Hello there, welcome back. I'm going to try out this game because it caught my eye, and it seems something that I'm going to enjoy and be pretty funny. Hopefully you enjoy it too. So, let's get into the Henchman story. Okay.
Yes, yes! Another victory for the invincible Lord Bedlam!
Alright, love the energy.
Excellent work, my brothers and sisters. At long last, the first phase of my master plan is complete. Now, gather the spoils of our conquest, so that we may return to our fortress post-haste.
Of course.
So you want all these pet supplies stacked in the truck?
What?
Yes, stack the pet supplies in the truck.
As you wish, Lord Bedlam.
Okay, just double checking because there is a lot of dog food here, and I'm just not sure the resale value is worth the back strain, you know? Oh, and do you care about organization? Like, should we sort it by animal, or...?
Just load the boxes!
Hey, hold on, Lord Bedlam. Stand there, he is a man with a plan, and he's trying to keep things running smoothly.
If you please, valued comrade.
He's so polite.
Right. Sure. God damn it. Hey, Dave, can you help me with this?
Oh, sure thing, buddy. Try lifting with your legs. I hear that helps.
Thanks, Dave.
I meant help me lift the box, dude.
So I'm Stan? Okay.
Oh, gosh, no. I'm a squad supervisor. I'm supervising.
Oh, good. Yeah, you keep supervising, Dave.
But I believe in you, Stan. You can do it.
Yes, that motivation. Yes, I love it
Thanks.
so much. Thank you.
Great work on that box, buddy. Way to go.
The leg... I'm going to kill you. I'm feeling that vibe, but he is being positive. Thanks, leg thing helped. This had better be worth it. Like, why are we stealing pet food? Why are we stealing pet food? You know what? Sure, I'll thank Dave. Thanks for the leg.
Thanks. You know, the whole lift with your legs thing actually worked.
Oh, his opinion of me changed. Okay.
I mean, you hear it all the time, so I just figured it was bullshit, but it really...
Yeah, it's a good idea. Lift with the legs, not your back.
Hey, fellas. Doing some late night shopping for Fido, huh? That's cute.
She's pumped. Oh, she's going to crush somebody.
What kind of mud is it? Looking at the two of you, I'd guess something like a Yorkie, maybe a teacup poodle.
I don't even know. Okay.
But that's way too much food for a dog that you could carry around in your purse.
I don't have a purse.
Oh, he's a super Saint Bernard? So yeah, he's huge, massively big, eats a ton, shits are just, you know, gargantuan.
Ooh.
Are you a dog person? Let me guess. Frenchie? Corgi?
Pitbull. But seriously, step away from the truck and keep your hands off the kibble. This puppy chow heist is over.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Oh, this is going to ruin Lord Bedlam's whole plan. I've got to warn him.
Yeah, you warn him, Dave. I'm gonna stay here and not get punched by her in the teeth.
His plan? What about my plan? Hey, get back here!
What?
Thanks for your commitment to the team, buddy. You've got this.
I don't think I do. I think she's going to destroy me.
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh, really? Why don't you show me exactly what you've got, pal?
I know some magic tricks. I'm undercover. Oh, I don't think she's gonna buy that. You know, yeah, I know some magic tricks.
Let's see. I do know a few magic tricks. Some are even good. Have you got any cards? No? That's okay. I can work with change too. Just no dimes. I've got fat fingers, so sometimes I drop those.
Hey, what a coincidence! I know a magic trick too.
Oh, really? You know, it's always great to meet a fellow enthusiast. A lot of people make fun of it, but it takes real talent. What trick do you know?
It's called Stop Stalling and Surrender Already. Heard of it?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, it just may ring yours in a second.
Wow, you're pretty violent.
So what's it gonna be, Sunshine? Are you gonna come quietly or not?
I haven't really done anything violent.
You know I'm not paid to take option A.
Oh, God.
Well, here goes nothing.
Attack from left. Attack. I'm gonna feint an attack. Yeah, she's still going to destroy me.
Bet you won't see this coming!
Yeah, I didn't see it coming. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, that's a good start. Already put into the trash by whoever she was. Hopefully, Mr. Bedlam there is going to appreciate my hard work and trying to stall for time. Nowadays, everyone wants to be a superhero. You see them posing gallantly on your newsfeed, and you think, sure, they're cool, but I bet I could be that cool too. I'll just do some sit-ups, start drinking diet soda, and add a little extra radiation to my coffee. Done deal. The thing is, not to crush your dreams or anything, but most people really can't. If you catch that 1 in a million break and land some superpowers instead of cancer, it's a long shot at best. And if you're some powerless schlub like the rest of us, no chance. Do a billion sit-ups, change your diet, whatever. When a bug hits a windshield, it doesn't matter. If the bug's been hitting the gym, it goes splat all the same. Yeah. Trust me, I know better than anyone. This is me. I bet he's the one getting punched in the background there, huh? By, I don't know, Captain Star? No, not the big muscly dude. That's Captain Commander, there we go. Or was it Captain Commodore? One of the captains. Anyway, see the guy flying off the page there? In the purple, that's me. My name's Stan, and I'm a henchman. Captain whatever wasn't the first person to punch me in the face, and he probably won't be the last. At least this time I got a free 6-pack out of the deal when the guys saw I made the cover of Hero Weekly. Hard to drink it with a broken jaw, but you know it's the thought that counts. That's super appreciative. That guy in the creepy-looking mask is my boss, Lord Bedlam. No one's really sure what he's the lord of exactly, but he's usually polite and he pays us, so we don't ask. Yeah, at least he pays you. Supervillains don't always socialize with their henchmen, but Lord Bedlam likes to every once in a while. Says that because we're a smaller operation, we have a family mentality. Not sure I'd go that far. And that's a trap. Any place that says, oh, we're like a family, that is a trap. Run. Being a small-time supervillain outfit means that we steal from pet supply warehouses, and that if some animal-themed boomerang breaks your elbow, you have to wash the blood out from your uniform yourself. It does not mean that my coworkers are my brothers and sisters. I don't care how many times Lord Bedlam says it. Mostly, I think he just wants to show up for game night and pretend it's not weird. It doesn't help that the mask kind of gives him an unfair advantage at poker. It would. Not that anyone's ever had the guts to bring it up. Honestly, though, it could be worse. We got food, 4 walls, salaries, and healthcare. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, not good healthcare, okay. But you take what you can get when you have your ass kicked for a living. After spending a few years drowning in debt, a job like this seemed pretty damn appealing, you know, moral quandaries aside. Also the frequent pain. Like I said though, not every day ends in a super-powered beatdown. Most of the time my life is pretty normal. Well, from a certain perspective. Clock in, clock out. This is my room. It's a little cozy, but it's as nice as anything I had in college. Plus, I get it all to myself. Lord Bedlam did some research, and I guess henchmen that live in private quarters perform 15% better than henchmen that live in a barracks. He's all about that psychological stuff. That's good.
Ah, man.
I guess private bathrooms don't affect performance or something because we don't get those. So after I wake up, I grab my towel and toiletries and head to the locker room. The locker room isn't bad. I mean, it definitely smells a little funky, though part of that is my fault. I did get tossed into a garbage can a few weeks ago, after all. Yeah, that would do it. Also, sometimes the hot water in the shower just cuts out for a second, so you end up yelping like a small dog and hopping around naked. That's super fun. Anyway, the line for the showers is always pretty long, so I start by heading for the sinks to brush my teeth. Smart plan.
Morning, Stan! You're looking chipper as usual.
Morning, Dave. Not everyone has your pep. That's very true, Dave. Yeah.
Well, Dave, we can't all have concentrated sunshine flowing through our veins.
Why not? The world would be a better place if we did, don't you think?
I think you're in the wrong line of work, Dave, but keep it up.
That's a debatable theory.
Now I know what you're thinking. Positivity is great, right? Who wouldn't want more of that? Well, after spending enough time with Dave, I can say with certainty that there is a positivity threshold and it can be crossed. And I agree with that. Maybe I'd think otherwise if Dave wasn't my supervisor, which as far as I can tell means that his job is just going to exist, but with more enthusiasm.
So, pop quiz for you, buddy. What's your assignment for the day?
Well, we don't have an operation, and today is Tuesday, so that means I'm guarding a door.
Correct! You're assigned to guard the classified Level 4 research chamber. I'm glad that I could count on an experienced guy like you for something so important.
Well, I've guarded it every Tuesday for years, so yeah, I guess you could call me experienced. I'm a regular veteran of standing next to a door.
Not just any door, a Level 4 door, and Lord Bedlam has entrusted its protection to our team. It's a big responsibility. By keeping that door safe, you keep Lord Bedlam's plan safe, and Lord Bedlam's plans are going to help all of us. Doesn't it feel great, you know, to be a part of something bigger than yourself?
Yeah, that's a good feeling, Dave. Most of the time, henchmen fall into one of two categories. Either they think of it as a job like me, or they've generally bought into their supervillain's cause or cult of personality. Yeah. Dave is definitely the latter. I'm almost certain he has a Lord Bedlam tattoo somewhere. Like, I don't mean some wrist or ankle thing. I'm talking lower back. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, can't do such an important job smelling like this, so I'm gonna go take a shower. See you after assembly.
Looking forward to it, buddy.
After showering, shaving, and putting on my snazzy purple uniform, I head to the main hall for morning assembly, where we'll all be addressed by Lord Bedlam in person. The hall itself is pretty massive. Of course, it has to be since it doubles as our hangar, as anyone could tell by the grounded jet helicopter hybrids that sit parked on the hall's east side. It's definitely more than enough room to fit all of us comfortably. After all, we only number about 200 or so, which is a lot less than some of the bigger supervillain outfits. At the far end of the hall, there's a small stage with a podium set up. A massive screen with a live feed of the stage sits above it, along with a full lighting rig like you'd see at a concert. There's also some kind of ominous computer, but I've only ever seen it used for DJing at company functions.
Good morning, my loyal compatriots!
Love the entrance. Mercifully, Lord Bedlam's arrival distracts me from memories of Dave dancing to folk synth fusion music at last year's Christmas party. Not that the supervillain's ascent from beneath the stage is any more graceful. No, not really. I don't know why he insists on making an entrance like this. In a world with superpowers, a stage elevator just isn't that impressive. Maybe he just gets a kick out of it. I don't know. Some of the guys eat it up.
Wow, yeah! You're the greatest, Lord Bedlam!
Yeah, I see. Does he really react like that every morning, you ask? Yes. Yes, he does.
Thank you, thank you. I love the enthusiasm.
I feel that there is a little bit of sincerity there, Bedlam, but also you are kind of repulsed by Dave, which I understand.
I love you, Lord Bedlam!
I really understand.
All right, maybe just a little bit less enthusiasm. Teeny bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lord Bedlam.
Yes, well. Moving on. Today is a normal Tuesday, so you should all know your daily assignments. If you've somehow forgotten, consult the laminated schedule you received at the beginning of the quarter. If you lost your schedule, see Sam Leonhardt in HR and she'll make a new one for you. But the printing fee will come out of your paycheck, just so you know. I mean, they're laminated after all. That's not free.
Fair. Good to know we have an HR.
We do have some injury updates for you today. First, the good news. It looks like John Kess will walk again after that encounter with Muscle Master. I know we were all pulling for him.
Lucky for John.
The bad news, Mace apparently has no idea who he is following his 7th concussion at the hands of the Shrouded Avenger, so he will not be returning to work. His family has received a fruit basket.
I'm sure his family appreciates that.
For some lighter fare, we do have a birthday today. Congratulations to the Bacon Bruiser, who joined us in June after that unfortunate waffle iron incident forced the Breakfast Bandit into retirement.
Oh, yeah.
There will be some mini cupcakes in the East Break Room to celebrate. Please feel free to treat yourself to one between shifts. And it looks like that wraps up our morning announcements. So let's go out there and work together to make this a great day. And remember, the secret cabals, juntas, and unfairly moderated LARPing message boards that manipulate our society must all be destroyed!
Okay, yeah.
They will pay for their crimes in blood! And when my master plan comes to fruition, we shall be the ones to exact the toll! Then we shall rip out the diseased heart of modern society and replace it with a newer, better heart of our own making! A heart that actually enforces the rules about period-appropriate clothing and has no limits on caps lock usage! So says the invincible Lord Bedlam!
That's your goal. Okay.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Go get 'em.
Okay. I'm confused but encouraged. Yeah, I won't dance around it. Amiable or not, Lord Bedlam is still definitely a supervillain, and what we do is in a bit of a moral, well, black area, I suppose. It's for a good cause, I think. It's questionable. The whole pay in blood thing was totally a metaphor, though. Lord Bedlam isn't about killing people. He does have that line, I made sure. Well, okay. After everyone files out of the main hall, we scatter to the far corners of the facility and start our workday. Today that means I need to take a long walk to the south wing. It's not exactly a scenic height. The sights are basically what you expect from a hidden underground fortress. Stone walls, metal doors, no windows. Still, it's nice to move about a little into considering my assignment. When I arrive, I find said assignment exactly as I expected. The metal door I'm guarding is just like all the others, except it's labeled 1385 and has a retinal scanner and keypad next to it. Kind of looks like all of them do, but never mind. Also, as expected, Dave arrived before me and is standing at rigid attention. Judging by his ragged breathing, he ran all the way here. Good for you, Dave.
How's the door doing, Dave?
All's quiet so far, luckily. You're 1 minute and 35 seconds late, you know. If you were 8 minutes and 26 seconds later, I'd have to mark it down.
Okay, Dave.
Noted. I'll remember to teleport next time.
You can teleport?
Yep, but only once a week, and only if I have a breakfast burrito with mango habanero sauce in the morning. Think you could hook me up? You know, for the team.
Well, gosh, Stan, that's outside of our team's budget. But if it will keep you on schedule, then by golly, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, and it helps if I get the one with the green packaging. You know, the one with the cactus mascot that wears the little sombrero.
I'll see what I can do. I've got to go check on the new guy first, though. What was his name again?
Not sure, but he insists on calling himself Sith Player. He's taking this whole henchman thing very seriously.
Well, of course he is. It's serious work, Stan. So be sure to stay vigilant and keep an eye on that door, buddy.
You got it, boss. That's me. Super vigilant. But not vigilante vigilant, like villainously vigilant.
I'm not sure how much of that Dave heard, since he's already halfway down the hall on his way to check on the rest of our squad, but he gives me a thumbs up as he turns the corner, leaving me and the door 1385 to ourselves. And so my day of standing in an empty hallway begins. Seriously, on Tuesdays, that's pretty much all I do. Since it's a level 4 clearance, almost no one even ever uses the door. Which, yeah, makes sense. Oh, I guess I should explain. Level 4 clearance means that basically only Lord Bedlam, or specifically approved henchmen, have access. In this case, it's a handful of engineers, and they rarely show up. Whatever's in there is apparently very important, but doesn't get a whole lot of love. Doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not paid to understand it. I'm paid to stand here, doing nothing. Yippee. You might think I'm living the life, getting paid to stand around, but it does come with one problem: boredom. Mind-numbing, agonizing boredom. So when Dave drops by to do his rounds, I find myself trying to start a conversation. It doesn't always work, and sometimes I regret it. Still, I feel like if I don't at least try to make my brain function just a little, it'll shut down on me one day.
Hey there, buddy. How's your day going? All your tasks on schedule?
Yep.
Hold on, let me check. Yep, door's still there. So my sole task of standing beside it and waiting for someone to actually use it remains right on track.
Well, that's just swell. You're always on the ball, Stan. Was there anything I can do to help you out? Maybe get the facility crew down here to give that door the old spit shine.
I think the door's shiny enough for now. But do you mind if I ask you something? Non-work related, I mean.
Sure thing, buddy. Daily chats with the team are an important part of being a squad supervisor, after all. What's on your mind?
You know what? Yeah, let's...
So
yeah.
I know it's a few days away, but are you excited for game night this Friday?
You bet! Playing games together is a great team-building exercise. I read that online. What game are we playing this week?
Well, for me, this is Spells and Swords Week. I run a campaign with a squad every other game night, remember?
Stan, I like you. I get you.
Ooh, sounds fun. Can I join?
Oh, crap, why'd I tell him that? Of course he was going to invite himself. Sure, technically he's asking, but he's also technically my superior. It's not like I can say no.
You sure? I thought Lord Bedlam and the squad supervisors were playing poker again.
Yeah, but I didn't do so well last time. I don't think poker's my game.
Don't feel too bad. Poker isn't anyone's thing when Lord Bedlam's playing.
What do you mean by that?
Just that Lord Bedlam is very, very good at poker. As you'd expect from our brilliant leader.
Yeah, he is pretty good at things. But that's okay. I'll be playing spells and swords with you guys instead.
Damn. It was worth a shot at least. Oh well, I'll have to warn everyone else so they can be ready. Dave doesn't exactly grasp the whole in-character thing, so it takes special preparation. After the last session he played in, he ended up buying a gallon of chicken's blood to cure a curse that a witch had put on his half-health bard. Still not sure if he was planning to drink it or bathe in it.
What kind of character should I be this time? Oh, how about a squad supervisor? Is that a class?
Oh, you're trying, Dave. You know, Dave, honestly, between Bard and Cleric, I think you would do well with these. Ranger, you know, you could do Ranger. But I'm gonna lean more towards Cleric.
How about a cleric? They're sort of like a supervisor.
Yeah, they are, kinda.
So they make sure everyone is on time and focusing on their work?
Sure, we'll go with that.
No, I mean they help support everyone and keep them feeling good. Supervisors aren't supposed to do that?
Oh, Stan, it's okay. Being a squad supervisor is a complicated job. Not just anyone can understand how it works.
Sure, Dave. I can't believe he's giving me the "you'll understand when you're older" talk. Please don't let him try to ruffle my hair.
But, okay, so clerics make people feel better by encouraging them.
Yeah,
No. Well, you can do that too, but they're more like doctors. Magical doctors.
Oh, okay. I don't know. One time I had to make Kowalski a splint in the field, and the doctors told me I should never try it again.
Well, luckily this doesn't involve making a splint. You just cast your spells and your friends get healed.
yeah, it's a little easier than that there, Dave.
Whoa, that sounds great! If we had a few clerics, we wouldn't need any of those stupid doctors, huh?
Yeah.
You're telling me. That'd sure make things easier.
Yeah. I'll go ask if we can hire some. Great idea, buddy!
Dave, no.
Oh, they're not. I mean, sure. You're welcome, man.
Sometimes these conversations go better. Sometimes they go worse. Luckily, they all eventually end, and Dave leaves to check in with another member of the squad. After that is another long, eventless stretch of waiting in silence before I'm eventually relieved for lunch and head to the cafeteria. The cafeteria isn't much different from what you might expect in a high school or a prison. Really depends on your perspective, I guess. There are long stained tables with uncomfortable plastic benches attached to tile floor that's probably what a grizzled war veteran would look like in floor form, and the faint smell of mold and hopelessness. Yeah, that sounds about, right. Most of Lord Bedlam's fortress is in a much better shape, so it's strange that the cafeteria is so banged up, right? Wrong. See, Lord Bedlam may be head honcho everywhere else, but this place has its own Dark Master. History teaches us that whoever controls the food supply gains incredible leverage. The lord of this terrible domain learned that lesson well. So long as Lord Bedlam gets his tuna melt, this despo has absolute autonomy. Janitors, maintenance, engineering, none can defy his will. Not here in the heart of his kingdom. So rose Antonio Giamatti, master of the cafeteria and my stomach's personal tormentor.
Next! Hey, talking to you, pal!
Good.
Oh, sorry. What's on the menu today, Chef Antonio?
We got bologna casserole, bologna hot dish, and bologna surprise.
Baloney. Oh. Baloney for a month, baloney. That train we hijacked last month must have had 5 cars full of the stuff because we haven't seen any other meat since. I glanced down at my options. I only see 2. Though they are each labeled as hot dish and casserole, they look exactly the same. Cheeky bastard. Maybe the surprise is different. Sure, I'll go with the surprise.
I think I'll try the bologna surprise.
You got it! Surprise! It's casserole.
Delightful.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
What? You say you want a surprise, so I surprise you with which one you get. You're surprised, ain't you?
I mean, technically, but those 2 dishes are exactly the same. Why even give us a choice if it doesn't mean anything?
The same? You little shit! What do you know about the art of cooking, huh? You think you're some 5-star chef or something? Just 'cause they look the same don't mean they taste the same!
But you're right. I don't know anything about cooking. I'm sure they taste very different.
And?
Thank you for the meal.
And?
Thank you for the meal, Master Chef Antonio Giamatti.
It's a stat.
As I walk to my seat, I have a sinking feeling that I have made a horrible mistake. Maybe there's some hidden meaning here about the illusion of free will or something. Or maybe I should just remember that you can never beat a chef in their own cafeteria.
Next! Come on, Oberon, get a move on! I know they got lines in England. Don't you pretend you don't know how it works because you call it a tubery-doo or something. Come on!
I tell you what my day was like after lunch, but honestly it wasn't any more exciting than the first half. I stood by a door some more, had a few more awkward conversations with Dave, and clocked out. The only thing I did differently today was take advantage of my personal food stash for dinner. It's running low, only a few protein bars and ramen packets left, but better to tap into that than face Antonio again. So yeah, it's like I said, other than my apartment rivalry with our lunchman, apparent rivalry with our lunchman, I live a pretty normal life most days. Sleep, eat, work, and repeat. Thrilling stuff. Of course, not every day is the same. We have different assignments each day of the week. For one thing, and every now and then, we have what Lord Bedlam calls an operation. In other words, supervillainy. As it happens, this Wednesday is an operation day. Good. So, getting ready for operation. Operation days begin the same as they do any other day. I mean, they kind of have to. You can't do much when I'm asleep, and I don't want to smell like shit, so that means heading to the locker room like usual. There's an intangible difference when we're getting ready for an operation instead of a normal workday. I'll say that. The locker room has an air of tension to it in addition to the usual odor. Some people are giving each other nervous glances or cracking bad jokes to calm their nerves. I mean, it's not like anyone expects to die or anything. Superheroes don't kill. One of the perks of being on this side of it. Yeah, I suppose. Still, getting hit in the head enough times has its consequences, as Mace found out. Or the legs, if you ask John Kess. So, I mean, we have every right to be nervous. Shit, I know I am. Not Dave, though. He's actually excited about the whole thing. I know, big shock. Just blew your mind.
Morning, buddy. You know what today is?
Friday, please.
Yeah, it's,
Operation Day! Oh boy, I'm so excited. I've got that tingly feeling in my bones.
well, that's more than I needed to know.
Agreed.
Aren't you excited too? I hear this is a big one.
Oh. Sometimes I wonder if Dave makes these little slips on purpose just to screw with me. I'm not sure if that's better than them being Freudian.
Oh yeah, you know
Freudian.
me. My excitement levels are like at full friggin' capacity. I live to get powerbombed by masked millionaires with messiah complexes.
Batman.
Oh, I don't think any superheroes will be there this time. I heard this is something totally different. They'll never expect it.
I'm pretty sure he said something like that every time. If Dave were a weatherman, every day would be sunny.
Well, just in case they do expect it, I'd better make sure I have time to stretch. See you in the main hall.
As an aside, if you're thinking of starting a career as a henchman for some insane reason, never forget to stretch. You'd think this would be obvious, but tons of people totally skip it. Trust me, the last thing you want to do is pull a hammy while running from some caped Adonis type, because they will not miss an opportunity to look cool. They'll uppercut you into orbit and strike a pose regardless. That happened to one of my buddies, Mordecai. Fun enough guy to watch a basketball game with, but not quite as funny as he thought he was. He kept trying to call himself Mordecai the Henchman, but it never took. You know, in hindsight, he was a bit of a schmuck. Of course, this stretching stuff goes both ways. We once got away from Red Phantom totally unscathed because his calf cramped during his big entrance. Bonus lesson: don't jump through a window if you don't have to. Yeah, that's a good idea. After freshening up and getting my stretch on, I head to the main hall. Before I even get there, I hear the hum of the jet helicopter things powering up. I think we call those Bedlam copters, but I hope I'm wrong. Shit, I think I'm actually a little late because Lord Bedlam has already arrived at his podium. Not that I've missed much. Lord Bedlam likes to give a motivational speech before operations, and, well,
The shadowy masters who control our society are growing nervous, my comrades! With their hold on the artisanal baloney industry shattered, they see the writing on the wall! And that writing says they are the ones who are ruining the weekend for everyone! Not the righteous masses who just want the orc barbarians to stop wearing jeans!
what? Yeah, you get the picture. We don't actually get briefed on the details of these things. Only Lord Bedlam and a handful of his top ass kissers know what's going on. Need to know basis, I guess.
I know that each and every one of you are dedicated to our noble cause, and that you will follow both my own orders as well as your captain's without question.
Aye, aye, sir.
Seriously, no questions, no chit-chat, and no scuttlebutt. If you're all being a bunch of chatty-Cathy gossip queens, then it makes us look bad, and we need to look our best today.
Who are we impressing? The rent-a-cops at whatever place we're sticking up certainly won't care. Besides, how professional can we look in purple spandex?
Now go forth, my comrades, and let loose the hounds of our endless parade of glory!
Like, he's got the evil vibe, but, like, I don't know, maybe he just wants to do good things, or just get things for free like baloney. I don't think Lord Bedlam writes these speeches down. If he does, he certainly doesn't have an editor. Anyone who shares my feelings on Lord Bedlam's eloquence certainly isn't letting it show, though, and I follow suit. I can't bring myself to cheer wildly like Dave. Who would? But I can dutifully fall in step with him as we head to our proverbial chariot. As we file into one of Bedlam copters, I can hear the roof opening for us with a groan.
Oh, this is it! You ready, buddy?
Oh yeah. All set, partner. Let's get it on.
I've got your back if you've got mine, partner.
Okay.
You bet!
As we strap into our seats, the engines roar to life, and like that, we're off. Wherever we're going, it's further away than usual. This flight is getting kind of long. I'm not the only one that realizes it either. Some of the guys have been exchanging confused looks. Eventually, though, the pilot makes an announcement.
All right, meat shields, put on your makeup and hold on to your eyeballs because we're in the pipe and going in hot.
Oh, this don't sound good.
Actually, we're third in line in, so we're in a holding pattern for a bit. Then we're balls to the wall with foils locked and guns blazing. Woo!
I'm pretty sure these things don't have any guns. I'm also pretty sure that we train most of our pilots with video games and film clips since we don't have any actual flight simulators. Always a great plan. Yet through some miracle we don't crash during our descent and move to join the henchmen that are already on the ground. Did we crash like a PC cafe? Sliding down on one of the Bedlam copter's rappel cables sends me through a hole in the roof of whatever building we were hovering over and lands me in some kind of tech office. At least it was an office. Our hole in the roof isn't the only one. There are at least 3 that I count, one for each Bedlam copter, I guess, and a few smaller ones in the walls that are probably from weapons fire. A lot of the equipment has been wrecked, but what's left looks impressive. This is definitely fancier stuff than we usually appropriate. Can't figure out what it is though. Robotics? App development? I'm not sure. Most of the other henchmen seem to have moved on, but half a dozen stand guard over a few scientists that have been rounded up. Another whole squad stands in the middle of the room with Lord Bedlam at their head.
Excellent! Reinforcements! You lot!
Yes! He points towards my squad. Damn it, I know what's next.
You shall remain here as our rear guard! The rest of you, with me!
Awesome.
No problem, Lord Bedlam. You heard him, squad! We're the rear guard, and the rest are going with him! That last part isn't really relevant to us, but I just wanted to make sure you heard.
There's a cheer from the other squads, and they rush to join the others as they follow Lord Bedlam through a nearby door and out of sight. The rest of us aren't cheering. Here's the thing about being a rear guard. You're guarding the entrance and exit, right? So while your job is pretty uneventful if nothing goes wrong, you're also the first line of defense against outside interference. You follow me. If a superhero shows up, we're the ones they'll run into first. Or run over, to be more accurate.
Oh boy, the rear guard! What an honor! Gosh, how long has it been since we've been selected for that?
Last year, I think. Some lady with wings broke your clavicle.
Ooh, that would hurt.
Oh, right! I sacrificed my body for the glory of Lord Bedlam.
That doesn't... Don't say that. He sacrificed his body so we could rob a smartwatch factory. Not even the good ones, just some cheap knockoffs. Look like they came with a kid's meal.
Hopefully Lord Bedlam's glory will come sacrifice-free this time.
But if it doesn't, we'll be ready! Right, team?
Sure, sure.
We take up a position next to the window on the opposite side of the room as a captive scientist. I want to be as far away from them as possible. Sure, we'll let them go when we leave, but that's the one thing we do that really bugs me. Stealing is, whatever, it's just stuff, but taking hostages, that can't be a fun thing to go through. I pull my stun baton from my belt and start messing with it to take my mind off the scientists. Plus, I need to make sure it works. Sometimes these things short out and I have a feeling I'll need it. This place is big time. It's just got that feel. That means we're going to attract attention, and that means... oh, good. Suddenly, something explodes through the wall to my right. Dave and I are flung forward and tumble to the floor. As quickly as I can, I scramble to my feet, grasping my baton. However, as I turn to face the source of the explosion, my jaw drops. The superhero showing up isn't a surprise, but that shining Nova... shining goddamn Nova, as in the person that took down the Skull Syndicate and went toe-to-toe with Dr. Calamity's Supreme Ultra Death Bot. Shit. We're screwed. We are completely screwed. Yeah, that looks like Iron Man, so yeah.
I'm a factor here, so I'm only gonna say this once. There's no way you can beat me. That means you can either give yourselves up or get your asses kicked. Your call. I can't make it for you.
I really considered just giving up this time around, but I should have known better. By taking any time to think at all, I've given Dave a vast edge in reaction time.
For Lord Bedlam! Charge!
Dave and most of the other henchmen charge wildly. Some raise their stun batons, others fire their beam weapons. It goes about as well as you'd expect. Oh, the screaming is so comforting to hear. What henchmen that are left seem to be fleeing. The ones that are further away than me, at least. I'm maybe 5 meters from Shining Nova, and he's staring right at me. Oh god, he's staring right at me.
Hey.
Sup?
I can surrender. I can die for cover. Or I can be a good henchman and I'm gonna die for cover. Shining Nova's opinion of you has changed. Desperately a leap to the left just as Shining Nova raises a hand and lets loose a blast of energy. I can feel it whiz by me as I come crashing down behind a desk. Unfortunately, an ordinary desk won't do me much good, and even as I try to crawl to my feet, I'm knocked down again as the second blast blows the desk to splinters. Good. As I peel myself off of the floor, I see a pair of metal feet and stop in my tracks. Looking up, I find Shining Nova standing directly over me within arm's length.
Aw, don't go. We were just getting to know each other.
Looking at Nova's armor this close, I notice something. Armor can't completely cover the wearer's joints. There are little gaps that give way to some lighter, more flexible material. Oh. It makes sense. How else could Shining Nova even move? Maybe I could work with that, or I could always try for the classic. Now, crotch shot could work, but it does look like it's actually plated there. The knee or the elbow. I can't see his knees. I'm going to try the elbow. I grab a baton and lunge upwards, trying to jam it into Shining Nova's elbow joint, but it's too much distance to cover in time. Nova's reactions are too fast. Nova swats the baton away and knees me in the gut. Thankfully, I know not to eat big breakfasts before operations, because I would have had just gotten a whole lot messier. Ooh. As it stands, I just get tossed a little further into the room and roll around in considerable pain for a few seconds. Much better.
Well, I'll give you this. You lasted at least twice as long as the rest of these idiots.
Do I get a prize?
Oh god.
Yeah, you win an extended beatdown.
Enjoyably wonderful.
Congratulations.
Yay.
I don't think I want that prize after all, so I take one last glance around for anything I can use. As I look around, I realize just where I've landed. A few yards to my right are some engineers that Lord Bedlam took as captives, and not far to my left is a door leading further into the facility. They're still tied up, so they can't escape. Maybe that's why Nova isn't rushing to finish me off, fear for their safety. To be honest, I have the exact same fear. This is just a job. I don't want to hurt these people. Then again, Nova doesn't know that. Maybe I could bluff my way out of this, or should I just make a break for the door and hope for the best? Pretend to threaten them? That means he is going to focus his attention on me. But I don't think I'm going to outrun him in his suit that can clearly fly. Oh, this is going to hurt me real bad. Pretend to threaten them. I grab my communicator from my belt. With its cylindrical shape and blinking red light, it could easily be confused for a small explosive.
Okay, enough playing around, hero. Back off or these hostages and I are headed to the same place. That's hell. 'Cause this is a bomb. I'm threatening the bomb.
You know, you're almost competent enough to make that convincing. But I know something you don't.
What's that?
That my visor can scan for explosives.
Ah, damn.
Well, that is a very pertinent bit of information.
I thought so.
Defeated, I lower my arm and accept my fate.
All right, let her rip.
Okay, This is just a tranquilizer, so it won't hurt, but you're gonna feel pretty groggy when you come to.
Oh, well, thank you. That's appreciated. A hatch pops open on the side of Nova's wrist, revealing a small dart
Sweet
gun.
dreams.
Okay. Even though being put to sleep is better than being knocked unconscious, in this case it doesn't feel like I'm snoozing in my bed. Instead, it's a deep, dreamless slumber. 1 second all I see is blackness, and then the next...
Come on, buddy! You have to get up!
Gah, where? What? Dave? What's going on?
No time! We've gotta go!
Onwards, my loyal compatriots! Onwards towards retreat!
There's only one Bedlam copter. If we don't get on, we'll be left behind!
With Dave's help, I managed to stand. A quick look around tells me he's right. A lone Bedlam copter is holding position next to the hole shining Nova made in the wall, and there's no sign of another one. Lord Bedlam is already climbing aboard, so we better follow
All right.
suit.
I'm good. Let's go.
Together, we drag ourselves toward the ramp. Despite my grogness, we should make it easily. At least it looks that way until a familiar black and blue blur falls through one of the holes in the ceiling, takes one look at me, and grins. Oh,
Hey
God.
there, sunshine. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see your raggedy-ass outfit here when I got the call. A data science facility's one hell of a step up from a pet store.
Agreed.
But you're not too much of a big shot to leave without saying hi now, are ya? After all, we're old pals, ain't we?
Oh, you know me. I'm not big on long goodbyes. So awkward.
Wait, you know her, Stan? But she's a superhero!
Case in point. Dude, you were there, remember? Briefly, anyway. She dumped me into a trash can.
Yeah, that was great. That picture of you was trending for hours. Would have been a great night for me. If you clowns hadn't ended up giving me the slip.
Yeah, we were pretty slippery, huh? Oh, what a night that was. Just a peach of a time, wasn't it, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I didn't know you cried so much when you had fun, Stan.
I'm easily moved, Dave. You know that. Well, getting to be about that time. Better hit the old dusty trail. Nice seeing you again. Don't be a stranger.
Don't think so. This time, I'm making sure you're out cold. And then I'm grounding that ugly ride of yours.
Oh, good.
Now come on, sunshine. Let's kick this party up a notch.
Miss Dynamo is maybe 10 meters away, but I know that distance won't mean much to someone with that kind of strength and speed. Even if I wasn't still hungover from shining Nova's tranquilizer, my odds of getting out of the way aren't good. Dynamo knows it too. She's taken her time sizing me up and settling into her stance. Dave doesn't consider the odds, or maybe his zeal for Lord Bedlam has just made him more reckless. Whatever the cause, he's pulled out his baton and is prepared to go down swinging. Missing, mind you, but still swinging. It's almost admirable, but in my experience, you don't heal hairline fractures with admiration, so I'm not about to follow suit. As Dynamo's muscles coil, I reach for my baton and desperately try to think of an angle. This is going to be even worse than the trash can incident if I can't right now. I'm as dangerous as a pillow covered in bubble wrap. I don't get much of a chance. As soon as I brandish my weapon, Miss Dynamo bursts forward. I guess she figured giving me the first strike last time was charity enough. I wince, bracing for the pain. But it never comes. Instead, Dynamo's fist collides with a glowing red energy sword held by an unfamiliar woman in a red and black catsuit. The blow is so strong that the weapon pulses and I can feel the ground shake. Even so, the mystery woman barely gives any ground. She angles the energy blade to turn it into more of a glancing blow and steps back to steady herself, but it still looks effortless.
Tisk, tisk. These aren't your toys to break anymore, child.
Scorpion! What are you doing here?
I just told you. These are my playthings now. If you can't play nice, then I'll have to take them away. You never pay attention, do you? Not even the slightest bit. Don't you ever tire of it? The ignorance?
Shut up!
Miss Dynamo violently breaks the deadlock and leaps back. The woman in the catsuit, Scorpion, does the same, but somehow more gracefully? Holy shit. Where did she even come from? She was so fast that I barely saw it. Since when do we have a ringer? I stared dumbfounded momentarily, forgetting about escaping. It's not often you see something like this when you work for a guy like Lord Bedlam. A victory for us usually means a distraction or an escape. But this Scorpion lady is going toe-to-toe with a powerhouse like Miss Dynamo, and God help me, it seems like she could actually win.
Temper, temper, child.
Stop calling me that!
But you are. Listen to yourself. If you're not careful, you'll have another tantrum. And then who will have to clean up your mess this time?
Oh, it won't be you. Don't worry. Nah, you're gonna be the mess. What's left of you, anyway.
Promises, promises. Always promises with you. Never once delivered.
Beyond a grunt of frustration, Dynamo's retort this time is physical, and she rushes right at Scorpion, who follows suit, swords whirring. Looks like the first move was no fluke. Dynamo's dishing out most of the offense, but none of it is connecting. What Scorpion can't avoid outright, she's redirecting with her sword. It's like watching a dance, but fast-forwarded to 5 times normal speed with a high chance of broken bones or dismemberment. So as astonishing as it looks, I'd take this chance to get the hell out of there.
Come on, Dave. We've got to go.
Might be a good plan.
What? And miss this chance to bring even more glory to Lord Bedlam?
Dave, what are you gonna do?
He told us to retreat, remember? You wouldn't want to disobey Lord Bedlam, would you?
No, definitely not. Gosh, I can't believe I forgot. Thanks, Stan. You're a good friend.
Sure. I'm the best. Thank me when we're on the way back, man.
Together we rush to the ramp as fast as we can. My legs aren't exactly steady yet, so it's a little more of a zigzag than a straight line. But we make it just before they close the doors. Christ, that was a lot closer than usual. Now that I'm inside the Bedlam copter, I find that it doesn't have much room to spare. It's definitely over capacity. I guess it's good. That means more than a third of us made it out. On the other hand, that means almost 2/3 of us didn't. Jeez, we've never had to leave so many people behind before. Kind of surreal. Feels like I'm in a war movie. What the hell was this place? Miss Dynamo said something about data science, which would explain all the computers. So are we after information? Weird. That's way too cutting edge for Lord Bedlam's modus operandi. It must have been important information too. Why else would not one but 2 superheroes show up to stop us? Shining Nova alone would have been a big deal, but Miss Dynamo too? Dynamo is known to slum it a little for fun, as I found out during that pet store debacle, but I thought Nova was exclusively working on national level threats and crisis response now. Maybe it has something to do with that Scorpion woman. Never heard of her before, which is maybe the weirdest part of this whole thing. Someone like her should have gone viral at this point. Not sure what to make of it. Well, I hope whatever Lord Bedlam got from here was worth it. I close my eyes and breathe a sigh of relief as I feel the Bedlam copter leave this place behind. Between the surprise guests and the sudden downsizing, this is one operation day I'll happily forget. Woohoo! Alright, I'm at chapter 3. I'm gonna just continue this at a later time, but it's interesting. It's funny. Not quite sure what's going on yet, but I think we'll figure that out later on. So if you liked the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on this wonderful villain journey.